fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to get backs. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. I order blood on my tongue. These niggas warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spot, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Just throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My verse is thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink, they gon' pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour all the plaques, you use Decepticons. Fake rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can float they like. Up in the storage and I'm man. Up, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. High samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What is going on, everybody? This your man, Dre Mac, coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. Saturday, 8 o'clock edition. I'll call this the Butter Biscuit Live Q&A because you can ask me anything about Butter Biscuit brothers and sisters or whatever you want. This is the time for y'all to hang out for an hour with me, asking questions. You can send it, through Super Chat or however you want to do it. It don't matter. Excuse me. But this is, one of those times I'm gonna just hang out with you guys because sometimes, I be reading the chat. I be doing my thing, especially if I get real caught up in my thought. I'll see exactly what you guys are saying, but I could completely miss a lot of y'all. So this is the time for y'all to ask me questions. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, unless it's personal, no question is off the table. You know what I mean? Unless you're trying to ask me some real personal mess. It's different. And I'm going to tell you no. But, like I said, this is the time for y'all to rant, rave. You know what I mean? Hang out, like I said. Hang out for an hour and we're going to get it to conversations. We're just really going to talk. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gan over at the Heavy Gan React channel. But you already know how I do. The real question is, right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let me get into who's all up in here real quick. Um, Torn Rain Reloaded. What's up? What's up? What's up? Like I said, this is the time for y'all to ask me whatever. But I do want to shout you out. I was thinking about something yesterday, Torian, after watching your video, and I was in the middle of work, so I could watch as much as I could before I had to go do something else, and then I had to go do something else, and I had to do something else. So it was just had me all over the place. But I want to thank you. Honestly, this is really, really real talk. Out of the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you because you're one of the rare guys with a large channel that didn't mind reaching out to somebody with a smaller channel and you know having that camaraderie. You know what I mean? But like, it don't, I like to come on your show, you like to come on mine, whatever. I appreciate you for that. And one of the reasons why I appreciate that from you, and I want to give you your flowers, is for the simple fact we've talked before. I'd have reached out to people with it. I'm talking about people that got the same skin tone as us. Reached out, and their biggest thing is, well, what does it do for my channel? You got a small channel, I got a big channel. You basically, eating off me because I got the bigger channel. And these are the same people that say, well, nobody never gives us a leg up. We got to basically, they have the same philosophy as when people say, well, you got to lace yourself up by your own bootstraps, which you do. You got to put in the work. But once you see a person putting in the work, and yeah, they might have a smaller channel, but look, I can see them putting in the work. I always feel like, hey, let me try to raise this brother up or this sister up because I can see them putting in the work. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate you for seeing the work that I put in, and we built a bond or whatever. You know what I'm saying? After that, man, I really appreciate you. You never flaked, never nothing. Always stay solid. We both with the jokes. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to give you your flowers while you was here, man. So I appreciate you, brother. Really, really, really appreciate you. Roberta, the church auntie, happy birthday to the church. Matter of fact, let me give you one. Okay. You know what? This is gonna be a birthday body roll.
Super chat body roll.
You didn't even give a super chat, but everything you do, I appreciate you, Roberta. You have no idea how much I appreciate you. And you're actually a year older than my mom. So I really appreciate you. I thank you. Happy birthday to you. I hope you just enjoying everything that the Most High has blessed you with. You enjoy your birthday. You know what I'm saying? You getting gifts, flowers, everything. So I super appreciate you. You be keeping me from cussing. For real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Tori would be like, unleash the darkness. And because you be in the chat, I don't go as ham as oh, for real. I don't, because for real, I be wanting to just pop off. But I see you in here, and because I have respect for you, ultimate respect for you, I be like, let me hold up, because Roberta's in here, and I want, you know what I mean? I want to at least be PG-13. But man, I appreciate you. Happy birthday. Many blessings to you. I thank you. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, for everything. Xavier Phoenix, always up in here. Taste the biscuits. It's early morning. How many people that got their butter biscuits? Brother Juma, good morning. Prince Sada is up in here. Good morning. And you already know, blessings to you. Because like I said, you be blessing a brother out of the blue, and I really appreciate you. I do. I really appreciate you. Yes, give Roberta her flowers. I appreciate her. She, you know what I'm saying? This is this her birthday weekend. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. but yeah, this is the time for you guys. What is on your mind? What questions and stuff like that do you have? I'm about to switch this off because I hear this all so much. It's in my dreams. But what questions do you have for me? This is a question answer period. I'm ready for that discussion tomorrow. Hey, look. If I got free time tomorrow, let's yeah, because I like I said, I appreciate you, like for real, for real, for real. But it's crazy that I done reached out to other, black YouTubers. I just keep it a buck. You know what I mean? I keep it a buck. What's up, the Informant Media? What's up? But I do. It's like, you got these guys that have large platforms, and they could be able to help a brother out, put a brother on. You know what I'm saying? We all doing the same thing, but we always complain because when they were at where they were at, you know what I'm saying? Whether nobody reached out to me, nobody came out to me. So, but then what's crazy is I'm in Kansas City, and this is the reason why I say this is because I'm in Kansas City, right? And that's why I shout my the homie Heavy Gant, because me and him started off with the same number of subscribers. Right now, he's over 40-some thousand subscribers. We started off with like 100. We was technically kind of doing the same thing. My stuff was, even though it was on YouTube, it was audio version. I didn't know how to really do this, stream yet. I think StreamYard was in its infant stages or whatever. But we started off with the same amount, but he blew up. But I could reach out to him right now because me and him is, that's my partner. I could reach out to him right now. He can give me all kinds of advice. You know what I mean? I can't say that about some other, it's most likely going to be another person. Oh, it's cool. It's cool. But, but like I said, you reach out to somebody and they not trying to do the same thing though. You know what I mean? Which is, to me, yeah, he switched to police. Yeah. And like I said, Heavy, me and him talked about it. Informant Media, that's my guy. And this is the best advice he gave me. Now, me, I just consider myself a streamer at this point. You know what I mean? He said, yeah, you enter the KC, you enter the KCPCA. What's the KCPCA? Oh, you talking about the best in Kansas City thing? Is that what you're talking about, Mind Chess? But yeah, Informant Media. So me and him talked about that. And he said, look, he said, I can make, he was like, dude, I watch your videos. I watch your production. He was like, dude, I don't do none of what you do. You know what I'm saying? But exactly, they love the police films. And he was like, but the best advice that he gave me, he was like, if you want your channel to blow up, honestly, he said, do your reaction videos and the stuff you do it as a tape recorder, because they will push you more through the algorithm, because that's how YouTube works. And he's not lying. That's how YouTube works. This is, what because I believe in what he's doing, and it's the absolute truth. He's not lying about that. This is the flip side to that. The flip side to that, what is up, Marcus? I will get to your super chat in just a second too. The flip side of that is that I wanted to do that, but man, I like to interact with my people. You know what I mean? I like to interact with you guys, and the interaction alone is worth the goal. You know what I'm saying? What you guys donate as far as super chats, or as far as like gifted memberships or being a member or stuff like that. That's all a blessing to me still, because I don't want to take away that interaction with you guys. And I think that interaction to me is way better. You know what I'm saying? But again, shout out to man, I be watching Heavy stuff. I be dying because some of the people they be wigging in the videos. But what's the difference between what he's doing and what America's what was it? Not America's Most Wanted. What was it? Bad Boys. What you want? What you gonna do? Well, it's no different than what they did back in the day. Is it America's Most? No, is it America's Most Wanted? I think so. It's so different. He just putting commentary to it. And hey, man, that honestly, cops. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but Mind Chess, that's who should be in, the People's Choice Awards. I'm gonna be honest with you. The people that watch me from Kansas City is slim, and trust me, I used to run with we used to have a crew called the Legend of the Petty Nerds. Before that, it was the Legion of Geek. A lot of my people, and they still my homies out, out in St. Louis, and some of them was in Kansas City. They don't they don't watch my stuff like that. And I tried to do this way back in 2017. I tried to do this a long time ago. Nobody would jump aboard. Then I kind of got frustrated because I didn't know the YouTube game. You know what I'm saying? So I stuck to doing audio podcasts. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, but that's what it is, man. And shout out, like I said, to my man Heavy Gant doing those videos. Sometimes those videos be hilarious. Sometimes I'm like, man, if some of them people just shut up, you know what I mean? Just shut up. All right, you know what I'm saying? Comply. You know what I'm saying? If you try to go on a crusade, you not gonna win. Yeah, I wish a lot of people watch more Michael Franzese. You can't win. They done got too strong out here. Just, you know what I mean? If they in the wrong, that's different. You know what I'm saying? If they in the wrong, they in the wrong. I'm not saying every cop is right. You know what I'm saying? But you can't put yourself in situations either. You got to be smart. You got to move out here way smarter. You know what I mean? So shout out to Heavy Gant. That's my partner, my guy. You know what I mean? Me and him don't win at it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we're both men because we have difference of opinions and stuff like that. We're both men, and we were able to agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff we agree with, there's something we disagree with. But that's my guy. You know what I mean? And I got so much love for that brother. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. But again, my man Marcus, always support. You know what I want to do? Because I gave one to, because it's Roberta's birthday. You know what I'm saying? But let's do this because Smokey said reverse Uno.
Gang banging, gang banging, gang banging.
And shout out to my man Marcus, aka the underrated chef. You know what I'm saying? What's good? He said, I love the fraud cases. Man, some of the stuff when they be stealing, they get busted. Oh my God. He had one chick that got busted stealing, and she just got a fresh BBL and she couldn't sit down. Oh my God, it was funny. She was out there. Yeah, she was stealing and doing fraud. Oh my God, it was great. Great stuff. There's a good podcast called Empire. See, I might have to check them out. But this is y'all time. What questions do you got? Like I said, I want to go. You can ask me about the brother. I named this the Butter Biscuit Live Show because technically I was gonna have Taste of Biscuits playing in the background the whole time. You know what I'm saying? But what's up? Be positive. The Catch a Predator was fire, but this y'all time to ask me questions though. You know what I'm saying? It said in the UK we call butter biscuit skull. Yeah, I do call. You're in the UK. Shout out to the UK because I get a lot. And shout out to Mika G for pointing this out. Because of my time schedule, I get a lot of people from the UK. A shout out to my people from the UK. I got to meet my homegirl Simone. Shout out to Simone. When I met Jonathan Majors last year and Make It Good. She came out all the way for the UK to come out to New York with us. And shout out to Simone. That's the first person I've ever met from the UK. She was the first, so I was just enamored with her accent. I just talked to her just to hear her talk because I'm just enamored because I want to do that accent. But yeah, classic name for your new show, the Butter Biscuit Live Q&A show. I might just name it this, the Butter Biscuit Live. You know what I mean? Oh, thank you, Persetta. Appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, I might just call these when I do these Q&As. You know what I'm saying? I might do it. I'm not going to do it every Saturday because I'm going to be real with you. I am beat. People don't really understand. Like, for y'all who don't know, I work in a factory. So, building cars and trucks. And I literally work 11 hours a day. And I'm a utility. So I learn a lot of jobs. And I'm one of those type of people that if I had any superpower, if I was any superhero, honestly, I'd be Taskmaster because I can literally watch you. Like I mimic everything. I watch people when they do their jobs because it's basically, I learn by scanning you, like scanning everything that you do. I watch it and then I try to use my memory to repeat everything you've done. Even when I was doing music, it was hard because I would listen to somebody, like I would listen to my favorite rapper, and then my cadence would come out exact. I would write it, and their cadence would be fresh in my mind, and I end up mimicking their cadence. You know what I mean? So yeah. So I go to work. I get up at 3, set my alarm clock at 3:30, get up at like 4, try to get out the house by 5:15, no later than 5:30. You know what I'm saying? I work from 6 to, anywhere between 4:30 to 5:12 in the morning. I get off, I take a shower, I eat. That's why I'm so dude said, was I sweating? No, I gotta make sure I moisturize my skin. So, moisturize my skin or whatever, because I got real dry skin. And for a brother that's getting ready to, and not too long, you know what I mean? Because I'm very, very let me see, how can I say this? I'm very blessed to be almost hitting the half century mark. Brother still look good. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta keep the moisturize, all of that. You know what I'm saying? I do the show and then I go to sleep after the show. You know what I mean? Like that's my day. You know what I mean? And I do that Monday through Friday for you guys. And it don't bother me, but you know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, let's get to these let's get to these questions. All right, so mind chess. Best breakfast spot in KC would be oh yeah, Marcus know. Marcus know what we do too. Marcus know what we do. Because he worked there. Let me see. Best breakfast. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a breakfast dude, but if I can pick a breakfast spot, it'd be etc. over there. In basically in the plaza, etc. If I could pick any spot now, because of my gluten allergy and it's hard for me, I can't. It is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Having a gluten allergy, has dampened a lot of stuff that I ate, and it kind of makes me mad. But like I can't eat no English muffins. I can't eat no bread. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat pork anyway. I haven't ate pork in literally what 11 years now. You know what I mean? So after my big health scare, so I don't eat that anyway. But man, etc. though, fire. You know what I mean? So there's also another place over. Is it egg? Oh, it's over like you going towards. Oh God, I got it in my head. It's West KC, but it's way. I can't think of the name of this place. It's over there off of Warnell 2. But I can't think of the name of this place. That place is fire. This place is fire. So yeah. If I pick a spot, yeah. Dre, why are your baby photos on social media? The little baby, the one that I picked, I don't have it. No, I don't have any baby pictures, but the AI versions, yeah, I like those. I like those. And I'm getting ready to do a little AI, little clip with me and Blue. So yeah. So Dre, you grew a goatee beard very young. Wow. No, I actually did not. I used to be very clean cut. You know what I'm saying? Little mustache, little beard or whatever. Little goatee or whatever. I didn't grow this thing out until what was it? I want to say like 2016. I started to grow a beard out because I didn't think I could grow one. So I was like, yeah, like 2016, I started growing the beard out. And I cut this all the way off. You know what I mean? Because I was having a midlife crisis and I wanted to look young again. And I looked very young, on some of my pictures, which people like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it, but you know what I'm saying? I think the beard is more kind of like that iconic look. People recognize me more for my beard than anything. So I just kept it. And people think it's wet and wavy. So I keep it. He said that's a hard gig. Much respect. I'm in the Yay area. Was on a similar Superversion for Tesla a few years ago. Shout out to you and shout out to for another UAW brother. I don't know if you guys are union because of Tesla, but anybody who's out there in the automotive field that's a union brother, shout out to you because we already know. Uh, he said, I understand I deal with numbers all day, three screens dealing with multiple clients. My eyes and mind towards the end of the week. My mind is tired. Trust me. Before I came to Ford, I was in sales for the wireless companies. I was doing indirect sales inside of Costco. I did it inside of Walmart. I mean, not Walmart, inside of Target. And I also did it for a company called Wireless Advocates. That was a indirect Sprint store when Sprint was still around. Before that, I was one of the top sales manager for T-Mobile. So I've always been able to talk. I came from a theater background, so I've always talked. Especially back in the day when you used to do telemarketing, you had to read a script. Because I came from that active background, I already knew how to read the scripts. I used to practice the scripts, get into my voice, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Reading Joe Girard's How to Make Every Sale, and you know what I'm saying? Went from there. So, I feel you. I completely feel you. Why are there always fights at the Waffle House restaurants in the USA? That I can't tell you. I don't know. But I can tell you this, Waffle House is fire. Waffle House ain't breakfast food. That's out of the club food that sells breakfast. It is fire. Comic books or action figures? Oh, that's hard. That's hard. Presenter, that's a hard question. But I do have way more Transformers than anything. So I'm going to go with action figures, Transformers. I have well over, let me see. I think I probably have like about 300 Transformers. And that's all the stuff that I just got out. That's the stuff I got out. I probably got well over 300 Transformers just on my right. That's on my right. Not including what I got over there. You know what I'm saying? That you can't see. Then, of course, all the turtle figures and stuff like that. But I have so many Transformers. It's ridiculous. You say, glad to hear it. Health is wealth. Oh, most definitely. A lot of actors are allergic to cats in the MCU. Sebastian Sabri. Well, that's amazing. Let me see. The Blurred AF experience is fire. Are there any other plans for live panel appearances? That's something that I gotta talk with Mika and Blue about, because we are a team. I think what we're trying to do with the Blurred AF is blow up that brand so we can be able to get more interviews and stuff like that going on. It was a time for us to branch out for the nerdiness that all three of us do. Like Mika is very well versed in horror. You know what I mean? And since I'm getting more into the horror, I love to hear what she has to say about horror. Blue is well versed as far as his perspective, in the business of acting, since he does plays. He has acting credits. You know what I mean? Me, I come from an acting background, but because I work a lot and stuff like that, it's hard for me to get into my craft of acting. But since I have so much knowledge in stage play and acting, and even at one time I was going to go back to my old high school and be a theater teacher. That's just my love. So I love talking about these shows and movies and having these debates, because I come from that theater nerd theater background. So I just love it. But I'll talk to them about that, and we'll see what we can be able to do and kind of go forward for that, because that's a good, and I want to start doing that. Want to start opening it up, kind of like what Toria does. But man, it's just that in the mornings, it's so hard for me because I got to go to bed. So I don't want to, and I talk a lot. So that's one of the things. He said, you remind me of my dad. He worked the first shift at GM, came home, showered, changed clothes, and then went off to one of his three part-time jobs. And trust me, Roberta, if I wasn't doing this, I would go work for, 4 or 5 hours at a part-time job, come home, go to sleep, and go do it all over again. You know what I mean? So yeah. And I used to do it. Because I used to work at Target part-time and still did my podcast. So, and Marcus was on my podcast. The underrated chef, Marcus was on my podcast when I was doing other stuff. So yeah. Which AI system do you use for the baby stuff? I use Hayden. I think that's an Hagen. Hold on, because I just downloaded it. So I think it's called Hagen. Is it? Yeah, Hagen. Heygen. So what you could do is use ChatGPT, turn yourself into a baby, then go there and make it animate the voice. As long as you got the MP3 of the audio that you're using, you can do it. Whatever kind of questions you want to ask the informant media, no matter, as long as it's not personal, you ought to say whatever question that you have. Brother Juma said, please, Dre, please list 3 books you'd give to a black male, female high school graduate. The 42 Laws of Power. Most definitely The Alchemist, because I think The Alchemist is one of those books when you start talking about purpose, even as an adult male. When I started to look at even my purpose, and I was questioning my purpose, you know what I'm saying, in my mid-30s, I was really questioning what the hell I was doing. Like, what is really my purpose? And once I really start understanding purpose, and that book really helps you with your purpose, it really gets you a perspective. And it's also, you got to get with your, no matter what your higher power is, what you call your higher power, you know what I mean? You got to get that foundation solid, with that higher being, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you call it, you got to get in line. You got to check yourself. You know what I mean? And make sure that you're really doing what you're supposed to be doing out here. You know what I'm saying? Putting that, good energy, good vibration, good blessings. You know what I'm saying? And making sure that you are a blessing to somebody. So, once I did that, but that's what The Alchemist taught me. And then the third book, if I was to give a graduate any book, that third book will be hard because I got so many. But I would actually give them, this is going to sound funny, but I would actually give them the Black Panther, and I can't think of it. I think it's an anthology book because it's written by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and he gives this excellent perspective as far as your outlook, and why your outlook is so important when you are going forward in life, and tying that into Black Panther. It is a chef's kiss the way he did it. So yeah, most definitely. That's the books I would. It did. Plus, I want him to be a nerd. So, yeah. Oh, Tesla's not a union. Oh, okay. Yeah, I couldn't do it either. I couldn't do it. This is Gather Smothered to cover. Okay. Random encounter: Michelangelo versus Panthro, a fellow chucker. I'm still going to give the edge to Michelangelo, and you know why I would give the edge to Michelangelo over Panthro? Because Michelangelo, spoiler warning, becomes the last Roman. And in the cartoon, they made him kind of goofy. You know what I mean? Like, okay, towards the end of the cartoon, they kind of made him goofy. In Turtles 2, he was goofy, even though literally he was the only one that besides Leonardo, if you actually listen, because they cut away to turn around to listen to Casey Jones and those teenagers from the underground club, he was hanging with Shredder. You know what I mean? And he was the emotional heartbeat, and they took away a lot of the emotion from Michelangelo because they thought it was scared, because Michelangelo was the party dude in the cartoon. But that Splinter line where he's on the top of the roof, you know what I'm saying? He's the one who's punching the bag. You know what I'm saying? He's the one who, he jokes, but he don't be playing. You know what I mean? So I would give the edge to Michelangelo. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? So for me, Kitties, Ponchos, Harold's, Zero Club. Ponchos is fire. I can't eat any of that though. I can't eat ponchos, man, unless it's a corn tortilla. You know what I mean? So yeah. Waffle House is fire. I visit my dad in Louisiana. The pecan waffles is on point. I can't even eat the waffles no more. If I go there, it's steak and eggs. That's it. No toast. Uh have the Blurs thought about merchandising? We have, um, but uh it's Mika's doing it right now. Shout out to me. Mika's getting ready to blow up, y'all. Mika G, trust me. I've already shown seeing what she's getting ready to do. Mika's about getting ready to her blessing. She has no idea. She has no idea what she's getting ready to enter into. That horror genre and all of that. You have no idea what she's getting ready to be blessed into. And I can't wait because she deserves all of it. Trust me, I can't wait. Uh but yeah, so I don't know. Is with me merch. I got with a young lady. We talked about merch. She ended up moving from Kansas City. Um, it's I I don't know. And sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you. Even when you do merch through YouTube, they still take a lot of your money. So yeah, they take the majority of your money. So if I want to do merch, I want to sell it myself. I do. You know what I'm saying? So I can make profits. So I could be that profit could be up there. You remember, if you guys remember last year, last year I was able to give away, do $100 giveaway every month and stuff like that. Give away, Funko Pops and stuff like that. I want to get back into that. So the merch, if I'm not making enough, if it's significant enough to be able to get back to you guys, then I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm not a butter biscuit brother. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a shill for any company, and not saying that I go hard and I be cussing out, you know, uh Disney or Warner Brothers and stuff like that. Is that I'm not going to shield for these people just to be a part of the red carpet crew. I don't want to do that. I want to give what's in my heart. I want to give. So I get it. It's a career that you can make out of this. But if I can't keep my integrity, I'd rather just continue to do what I do at my job. Like, I'm gonna just be real with you. You know what I'm saying? Kid Gravity Beyond, what's up? B1. You know what I'm saying? Knight Rider, check in. That's right. But yeah, if I can't keep my integrity, I'll just continue to make cars every day. I'll make cars for the rest of my life if I could just keep who I am over giving who I am away, and I can't be opinionated and I can't check the company, or I can't, you know what I'm saying, just to be on red carpet and rub elbows with celebrities. No, I'm good. I'm cool. I'm cool. I don't want to ride no fences. I don't want to be, selling my people to be on, with one of these. I don't want to do none of that. For one, I'm my people first. You know what I'm saying? Again, shout out to Kid Gravity. I'm B1 first. Like, I'm Pac. I will fight amongst y'all, but I ain't never leaving you. And I will help you burn this son of a gun down. That's how I feel. Like, seriously. That's how I feel. I could fight with y'all all day. That's why I love my sisters. And yeah, do I like the discourse sometimes about, I used to be a part of it, so I can't even sit up here in front about accountability of women and what men supposed to do and what's a real man and all of that. I get it. I get it. I get it, because I used to be a part of those conversations. Go back and listen to my the Drake Mac podcast show on Spotify if you think I'm lying. You know what I mean? So I used to talk about that stuff too. So I can't act like I wasn't a part of that zeitgeist. But I love my people so much that I got out of it because it became divisive. And I didn't want to be divisive. I just didn't. I love my sisters. I love my brothers. Not like that. Now, no Diddy way, you know what I mean? But I want us to see the error in our ways in both of our lives. You know what I'm saying? And then be able to say, well, what can we do to fix it? You know what I mean? What can we do to fix it? So I'm always for my. I can't do it. After listening to Muhammad Ali talking about, I can have a yacht, but what is good as a yacht if I can't protest the woman who's getting our word, down the street? You know what I'm saying? If I can't send one of my brothers and sisters, I really think like that. So I can't do it. It's a long way of saying, nah, I can't sell out. Kiro, my guy, he's one of the rare people. I get it. He's part of the Legion of Geek, aka when we went to the Legend of the Petty Nerds. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the rare people from the Lou that, you know what I'm saying, that still rock with me. I mean, I still got some people that rock with me. Don't get it twisted. It's just not on this show, but yeah, you know what I mean? So he know. But what's your thoughts on vinyl? Vinyl, actually, I remember still having a record player, but Michael Jackson's Thriller is back there. That's the vinyl along with the poster. And you know what? Vinyl is a lost art. You know what I mean? But I grew up in a day and age where I used to have vinyl. So, but I love vinyl. And I think vinyl is still one of the lost things. If you don't really, if the younger generation ain't really onto it, but man, if you're a little older, you grew up with vinyl is dope. And you could be able to play some of a lot of jazz, to give you some in mind there, a lot of jazz, old school jazz, you know what I'm saying? You can still play that on vinyl and it still sounds amazing. So yes, vinyl is still there. Savage Cabbage, what's going on? Yeah, most definitely. 80s music or current? Come on now. Come on now. It's hard. Because I love some 80s music. But I love some current music. So you know what I mean? If we doing some Orange Juice Jones, you know what I'm saying? You might got me. Yeah. Hey. Hold on. No, don't sit down. He said, don't go in that closet because you ain't got nothing in there. What happened to brothers who did that? But hold up. Wait. Now sit down. You know what I'm saying? I loved you so much. I followed you today. What happened to the brothers that followed their women and stuff? Like, nah, because you cold busted. You know what I'm saying? I was going to, that's Aaron the plumber because he would have crashed out. I followed you today. Nah, sit down. No, don't go in that closet because you ain't got nothing in there. Don't touch that coat. Now the opening disclosure, no Diddy. Where is the biscuits? I came for them. I told you y'all can ask me some butter biscuit. You know what I'm saying about the butter biscuit crew, all of them. I mean, I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? You said all the man versus women stuff is a game to make us hate each other and therefore die off. There is a legitimate, because it's been like that. If you thought that it happened when Kevin Samuels blew up or whatever, that conversation has been going on a long time. You know what I mean? Whether it was Oprah having these conversations or Vanity Fair or the battle of the sexes, men are for Venus, women are for Mars. That conversation has been going on for a long time. It's just aspirated because we're in a day and age where you can go on your phone and get your entertainment. Back in the day, you have to watch Ricky Lake. You know what I'm saying? Or Jenny Jones, if y'all really remember. You know what I'm saying? And before Springer became the place where weird stuff happened. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Let me see. My favorite book is Zombie Zone. The movie sucked. Was Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies, especially the prequel. I believe her name is Queen Reviews. Did a great job climbing that flat that filled Last of Us. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like Last of Us. Like I said, it's a mixed bag. I do like the fact that they're at least staying 90% true to what they seen in the video game. And for that, I can't help that. I can't hate that. Yep, going to keep supporting to the end. That's what I'm talking about, big dog. And I've collected vinyl again. Vinyl is dope. Vinyl is so dope. I need to chill out. I had an intervention with myself on my spending habits. So yeah. After episode 2, it was a full marathon gender reveal of the I'm whoing to be a dad nonsense. It was like that in the video game, and people said the same thing about the video game too. So nah, it's made a big comeback. Vinyl has shown that they are on the level now. Their presser looks cool as hell. Kendrick Lamar's damn. I need to get that on vinyl. All eyes on me. Got to get that on vinyl. You know what I'm saying? I got Thriller because I actually literally as a kid, I remember I think my grandmother had that on vinyl for me because I love Michael Jackson so much. You know what I mean? So I bought that in the memory of her. You know what I mean? But Bad on vinyl. There's so many vinyl. Prince, Purple Rain on vinyl. Man, let me shut up. The plan after work is a little crate curating. I love vinyl. That's what's up. All the people that's rocking vinyl. That's what's up. I've been off Marvel since J Majors. How you feeling about the future? Truth be told, I have a little optimism, and it's like 8%. 8% optimism. And the only reason why is because I just believe DC is going to bring out more competition. You know what I mean? I just think they're going to bring out more competition. I don't know though, because what you cannot do is make something to just satisfy. This is like this with anything. I'm not going to come up here and do a show just to satisfy y'all if my heart ain't really into it. I just take the day off. And sometimes I wish these companies, it's a business too. So the day it's like when you snooze, you lose. But I think they need to evaluate what brought them to the table. And what brought them to the table was telling a cohesive story, you know, and those cohesive stories, those crossovers, all that early stuff. I mean, I remember when people bagged Age of Ultron. Age of Ultron looks like The Godfather Part 2 compared to a lot of the stuff that they brought out. And I think they need to get back to formula, aka Green Goblin. You know, so I got a little optimism, but man, it's so small right now. It's so small. I want to see what I told y'all I'm fair. If they come in and this Ironheart series is trash, I'm going to call it out. Trust and believe, I will call it out. And that's what I say. I know, you know, my man Marcus, shout out to Marcus for Back of the Bus, having him on his show. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that y'all like and subscribe to the Back of the Bus too. Podcast along with Darius for Planet Fanatics and Chill. He said, I'm not covering it, and I'm not mad at him. I said I was going to cover it because I wanted to, okay, I see what they're doing. Let me see what the hell that they're doing. The best way to get close to your enemy is like you keep your enemies, keep your friends closer, your enemies closer. Now you keep your friends real close because they can become an enemy too. You know what I mean? So I just want to see what they're talking about. And if it's garbage, trust me, I'm going to tell you it's trash. If I think it's good, it's good. I don't shield. That's one thing about me. One thing about me is that if you ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the truth. It is what it is. I'm not going to sit up here and blow smoke and all of that, because what is the use of that? That's trash. I can't do it. I don't want to be these dudes who tell you what you want to hear because there's money involved. And trust me, there's real money in YouTube. I can quit my job tomorrow money in YouTube if you become a big enough YouTube star. I'm still, like I said, if I got to sit up here and lie to y'all, then what is the use? I miss the 80s storytelling, man. I miss, you know, children. I still remember riding in the car, listening to children's stories back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Or Cool Mo D and all them other cats. You know what I'm saying? Listening to Whitney on the radio. You know what I mean? Doing the greatest love. Psh, yeah. All right. Are there levels of being a geek? Yes, there are different because there's different criterias. Being a geek is just you're really you're really invested in a genre. That's all really being a geek is. Whether it's comic books, whether it's action figures, whether it's books, whether it's you got people that are super geeked about cars. They can tell you everything. My guy that I work with, shout out to Gary Smith, you know what I mean? He knows so much about engines and how they can be taken apart or whatever. We talk about cars all day long. And I just soak him because he's an older gentleman. And I always give my I was raised to give my older people, you know what I'm saying, their grace and respect. So I just sit up there and I listen. It's like Roberta. You know what I'm saying? I won't cuss around him or whatever. And sometimes I got a sailor mouth. But yeah, I just listen. You know what I mean? So it is different levels. It's just what are you really excited? What excites you so much that you could talk about it all day? People that are chefs. All right, that's a level of geekdom. You know what I mean? So it's just not, to me, it's just not one thing. It's a lot. You know what I mean? So he said 80s best current music inspired by the old school. You're right. And I think a lot of old school music is coming back too. The way old school music used to be. Especially even rap too. You know what I mean? So yeah, Orange Juice Jones. All right. When you watch the black man versus women content, bash yourself. Where is the white, Asian, etc. counterparts? You do have it. It's not as major. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so Savage Cabbage. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's a lick, and the reason why I said this is because people saw Kevin Samuels blow up, and Kevin was making money. So what did people do? Just follow this mode. And then you see more and more and more podcasts, more and more, because it's a lick. That's it. Now, some people really want to see, people want to, put game out there and stuff like that. But it's a lick. And what stopped me from, going down a vicious rabbit hole is I love my people. And I just couldn't do it. I've been better. Trust me. I went through, and let me just tell y'all the truth. I'm gonna put myself out there. Let me keep it a bug. I got a lot of kids by a lot of different women, been married multiple times, all of that. You know what I mean? So I done been through child support, all of that stuff. I can be bitter as hell to black women. I could be. But you know why I'm not? Because I chose to do that. I chose to go and sleep with that woman. I had to. I could have took my ass home. You know what I'm saying? I could have been doing something different. I could have been making some money. I could have been investing into a business. You know what I'm saying? I could have been focusing on my purpose instead of out here chasing skirts. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with getting a woman, but if it deviation from your purpose, which that's what it did. You know what I mean? That's what it did. And I had to realize this I had to realize that this is where accountability for men and women come into account. I had to realize because I was taking the effects of what happened to me as a kid because I grew up without my father. I grew up without my mother. I was in state custody. I was the typical stereotype from an 80s kid. Mother's on drugs, daddy's locked up. What is the odds of me going to jail? Higher. What is the odds of me dropping out of school? This is the propaganda they used to show towards us. Did I go to jail? Yes, I did. You know what I'm saying? Did I still graduate high school? Yes, I did. Did I go to college? Yes, I did. But I use my pain as a selfish tool, you know what I mean, to have a selfish relationship. And this is what I mean by a selfish relationship. Because I got this woman pregnant, and my uncle said, if you get her pregnant, you got to make sure to take care of her. You know what I mean? So I got into bad relationships, bad marriages, because I was being selfish because I felt like I was alone. Because I grew up with even without my brothers and sisters. So I felt like I was alone. So here's here's my opportunity to be a better father than my father, because he was a street dude. It is what it is. My mom was just, was in the streets. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? My mom gang bang, like for real, like real talk in LA. You know what I'm saying? Pomona, California. I'm not afraid to say this stuff now, but this is exactly what happened. Yeah, my dad will rob you, strong arm with a pistol. It didn't matter. That's you know what I mean. If I were to grow up with them, no telling what my life would have been. You know what I mean? But I grew up in state custody. So when I got older, I felt like, because I waited so long to have kids and all of that, let me try to do something different. And that was selfish, because I wasn't with them women because I could not see myself without them. And I was so in love, and I was this and the other. I got them pregnant. And I was trying, and I thought that was doing the right thing. And selfishly, what I did not realize is that I'm not allowing that person to see if this is something that they really want with me. You see what I mean? So it was just what it was. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to knock them off or whatever. And you know what I mean? And then it happened. And then it happened again. And then it happened again. You know what I mean? And I wasn't out here looking for, really looking for true love, because I didn't know what it was. And that's the accountability I have to take. I don't blame my kids' moms for nothing I did. Nothing. They played a small role, but ultimately it was on me, because I didn't have to put myself in that predicament, in that situation in the first place. So I'm not telling no other man what they should not do. I'm talking about me. So kind of give y'all a little, you know what I'm saying? I want to be, like I said, I want to keep it a buck with you guys. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why I didn't do it. But I easily could have played that same game. That same game could have been hated out here and rich. Just the honest to God's truth. So, okay. All right. What's your opinion on No Jumper and how the fake hip hop platform is a platform where they mostly talk about fights, beating up, and again, it's another lick. Me, my boy Jericho, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We've been doing music for years. Y'all, you hear the music in the background, you hear the Hold Up song, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. I've been doing music. And again, this is a lick. And once they found out, these people that jump in our spaces like that, that's not a part of the culture. Well, this is what happens when we don't gatekeep our stuff. We allow everybody to the cookout. And it's crazy. We're the only people in the world that would invite folks to the cookout that won't invite us to the country clubs and wouldn't invite us to their house. They wouldn't invite us to the pool parties. They used to throw acid when we got in when we was in their pools. But we show and invite them to the cookout, invite them into their spaces, and people say sinners are trash. All right. He said, bringing it all the way back to Sully, Jesse, Raphael. Exactly. Hopefully DC will force the MCU to get better. We need help to get exactly. I've been saying that. I've been saying we need WCW versus WWF back in the day, the Monday Night Wars. Just vibe. What's up? They made 30 billion up on this point. Disney never letting them slow down. In my opinion, it's sad. It's sad too. I'm with you. Sis Majors, Black Panther, all the way how they did Blade. I'm really not okay. And it's hard to watch this stuff. And like I said, I'm doing Ironheart because I got to support Dominique Thorne. You know what I'm saying? I got to. And what's up, Erica D? You know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me see. The question is if Gunn is the one who can bring DC out of the gutter and actually do something different by giving us real diversity with their characters. And I want to see what he does with Mr. Terrific. I want to see what he does with Mr. Terrific, because if he does a movie or a spinoff show or so, instead of doing Sergeant Rock, the thing I would be trying to capitalize, let me do a Mr. Terrific show, or let me do a Mr. Terrific movie or something. You know what I'm saying? So give, to give more credence to Mr. Terrific. But we'll see what he does with him. You know what I mean? I want to see. I want to see if the Snyder fans is going to turn and do what people are doing to black characters in shows, and that's crap all over them and have the rating all bad and all of that stuff. I want to see if they do that. Marvel does better making genre movies that happens to have superheroes. I will agree with you on that. Like I said, I wasn't surprised by Thunderbolts because I already called it. I said it's going to be better than Brave New World. I think it was going to be I think it's a better movie. You know what I'm saying? That actually has. Now, it doesn't have the cast of characters that you're asking for, but the movie and the theme and the message that the movie is talking about, I got to give, and that stuff that I deal with. So I understand. James Gunn, KD Vikash, Jon Stewart, the right color. I did the video where I showed the artist's interpretation on Jon Stewart. He's just not dark skinned. They have made that dude all kind of colors. And I got a video that shows that. You know what I mean? So I get it. In most genre, he's dark skinned, but Aaron Pierre is blackety black. He's blackety black. Just because a dude got recessive genes with the light eyes and all of that, don't take it. Go look at his people. His mommy and daddy is actually black, brown skin, good brown too. He just came out light. Him and his sister just came out with lighter eyes. But I think his brother is dark. It's darker. So, but I mean, that dude is a star in the making. And I'm kind of hating because he got Tiana Taylor and he's over here enjoying her butter biscuits. But anyway, I ain't mad at him though, because I be man. But I get what you're saying though. I got the Jimmy Harris on Vital. That's dope. Music took a turn when they took most music programs out of the majority of public schools. You're not lying about that. Dre, you into Power Rangers? If so, what's your favorite season out of the 3: Space Lost Galaxy and Mighty Morphin? I grew up on Mighty Morphin. I was like 14 when it came out, so I've only watched Mighty Morphin. That's the only one I ever watched. I didn't really get into, the one where there were race cars or the space ones. I'm just an old school Mighty Morphin Power Ranger. So when I found out Timey was the Green Ranger, that's where I come from. But after that, I would just be honest with you guys. I was still into geek stuff, but I was so busy trying to chase skirts and trying to be cool out here. You know what I'm saying? That I kind of backed away from a lot of stuff because I could be cool out here. It looking stupid. It's looking stupid. I'm geeked about the stuff for real. You had to do that. I mean, y'all was at Cancun before us, so what up, Eric Shaw? What's up? I said, glad you made it through, brother. Appreciate that. I am far behind. You didn't fall into being a victim in your situation. I would never do that because I have to understand that the music doesn't play if I don't strum if I got a guitar and I strum it, that's my thought, strumming that guitar. It doesn't strum by itself. So I commend your strength in the regard of the opposite sex. You're one of my examples of healed men that strive for greatness in every aspect of your life. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm so proud of your sincere humility and love for black folk. I do. That's why I can't diss him. I saw you in him walking in the rain. Peep game, if you could get hurt. Peep game, if it can hurt us. I think it's a lick. So yeah, it's a lick, and I hate it. Because everything is a lick that actually is benefit against us. People start getting really into rap music that they never lived a day in their life. Never, because it was a lick. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have love for the genre. It was an easy lick. You know what I'm saying? And if I can show you this persona and make you believe it, this is the best acting job ever. You know what I mean? So yeah, the Butter Biscuits. We need an icon movie in Blue Mar. I agree with you. We need classic Chicago Bulls, MCU, and Detroit Pistons. Hey, we do. What is up, Aisha? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Did you hear that Sinners 2 is in the works? I did. After thinking about it, I kind of on the fence of, do I really want a Sinners 2? I don't know. Isn't that Green Lantern show done? Is that Green Lantern show done before James Gunn? He did the show. I don't think it's in production right now, but yeah. Let me see. That's Mufasa. I am so jealous. I'm so jealous. I mean, a man is a superstar. I wish I had that look. God, I would be. I'm not gonna lie. If I look like Aaron Pierre, I would be a complete dick. I'm not lying. I would have been worse. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know how I got what I got. I don't know how. I was just lucky. I don't know what. Do y'all remember Mr. Lodge track Buttermilk Biscuits? Hold up. Oh no, I don't want to get a copyright strike. Yeah, but I used to be a big fan of Sir Mix-a-Lot back in the day. Aaron Pierre is a whole lot of kind of fun. I don't even care what he does. Oh man. Y'all love Aaron Pierre though. What's up, Tina? What's up? It was 8. It was 9 o'clock Easter time. Listen, Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa. Facts, Gay Stars Betrayal from the Moment of Truth album. What's up, Puma Lee? Dre, we need to bring back the song We Shall Overcome. I think I agree with that. I agree with that. What is up? That's my brother. Y'all know Rico Boy. And we talked about it. So when I get a chance, he did make 3 comic books. I'm going to just pull them back out of the mothballs, do the voiceovers for them, try to put the sound effects and all of that. We just gonna go from there. So that's what we gonna do, because he did make 3 comic books. So I'll just pull them old ones and then go from there. Moment of truth for fair. Oh, okay. Again, y'all can ask me whatever questions. You know what I'm saying? Whatever questions on the board, y'all can still ask. I think I'm gonna go another 30 minutes because I gotta get some sleep. Not even gonna lie, because I gotta get up and do something later on. So I'm gonna go another about 30 minutes. But I'm a married woman, but I can appreciate the beauty of. I see. I wish I had that kind of class, but I'm trying to tell you, if I had that, boy, good Lord. Did you see the comic cartoon? He added me on Instagram. I didn't see it. I know that Jamar Love, which shout out to my boy Jamar Love. They did the multiverse of the Marauders of the Multiverse. He did part 1 and part 2. So yeah. It's 8 of them. I thought you had 3. I didn't know you did 8. So I want to do the Transformers first, because I want to do I think those would be fun to do. Curtis Blow, Daydreaming. Y'all going back in the day. No, this is just a question and answer picker. So no, I ain't talking about anything. This is just This is a question and answer period. But what's the Dr. Doom rumor? What's your sneaker collection? Mostly Jordans. The 1 through 14. The 1 through 14 collection, plus some offshoots. I got some dunks. My favorite shoe. Actually, my favorite shoe, I got them on right now, honestly. And they're not even Jordan. They've Jordan RM. They're Jordan 4 RMs. And they are just an offshoot of the Nigel Sylvester shoe. On my feet right now are comfort. They are comfort right now. So yeah. Imagine if TMNT and Deadpool was together. Yeah, I know that one. Uh yeah, I'm not really into. I don't know about Sinners 2 unless they do a whole prequel. But I think it's fine as a one and done, so it could go down in history as one of those moments. So Just Vibe said, "What do you think Brave New World made more than Thunderbolts? Do you think Brave New World made more than Thunderbolts? I agree with your review on both films. Uh Thunderbolts. Unfortunately, I hate it because I think Thunderbolts is a better movie than Brave New World. Uh, but yeah, I think Brave New World did make more money. I just think people are not into Marvel right now. I think Marvel has done something that they can't fix right now. So my whole thought, especially the way they handle stuff. Again, I talked about this before. The way they handled the Jonathan Major situation is terrible. You know what I mean? I think it's terrible. Especially them pivoting away because you can't say, you're on this moral high ground and you've hired known people that have done DV. You can't do that. And I think after all the work that me, Chill, and everybody that's done, and they eventually look back and say, again, has Megan called the police and said this person is crazy? Has she secretly recorded them? No. So, and again, I truly believe my theory is right. Now, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to say that how can I say this? Because people have hated on me before because of Jonathan. So let me just say it like this. Even if I was talking to Jonathan right now, I'm like, hey, look, I know this might be a conspiracy, but I think that girl was set up to be your downfall. And the reason why I said that, if he got out of line anyway, she could do something to him and bring him down. So you know what I mean? That's what I feel. Because you don't meet at the set of a movie. The movie takes that all of a sudden you're this horrible person. So, you know what I mean? So it's a God's honest truth. It's a God's honest truth. So that's just the way I feel. So, and I think she was a catalyst of that. She came in for a reason to set this man up. You know what I mean? That's why he got hooked up with her on the set of the movie. So anyway, I kind of wish I kind of wish, what I'm saying, that Jonathan didn't get into that situation, because just think of what Doomsday could have been. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking of what Doomsday could have been. But not Doomsday, Kang Dynasty and all of that. You know what I mean? But it happened. I wish nothing but the best for the brother going forward. So all right. If they don't give us the original Tyler Senior, we should just support other IPs. Sure, but I'm going to support that anyway. Got the books. Can't wait to finish the books. All of that. So yeah. Limited series at that. Law Avengers. The dad for Miss Marvel. I mean, yeah, he had essay. Matter of fact, while everybody was giving Smokey, you know what I'm saying, all this grief, Vin Diesel went through got the same allegations. The same allegations. You know what I'm saying? But I believe the reason why they did that, for one, they paid Jonathan $20 million to be in those movies. Everybody else wasn't getting paid that. So to avoid that contract and avoid the debacle, and again, all that stuff, because he could have been found innocent, but everything that happened at Palm Springs retreat, they were trying to exit out this dude and try to get out of that contract. And the best way to get out that contract, is to set him up. I'm sorry. That's what I believe. I could be dead wrong, but nobody secretly records you for nothing. And then everybody dumps you, everybody. Yeah. And you never made a dent in the public eye like that? Nah, it's a setup. My personal thoughts. I'd rather we do the Marvel ones and let me reproduce those Transformer comments because I've gotten so much new bots since then. But it's something. Hey, I'll do the Marvel ones. That's cool. I'll do the Marvel ones. Brother Juma said, I'm from Pomona. Hey, Rico, you know what I'm saying? He's from Pomona. My father was an assistant minister at NAI Missionary Baptist Church across the street from Pomona High near Ghost Town. Hey, look, you want to talk about Pomona? Because this is what I was talking about earlier. You know, it like I said, now I'm old enough. It doesn't. I used to be afraid to talk about this stuff, but I mean, I'm grown. But you know, me and my brother was split up. My brother grew up in California. He grew up in Centown. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. I grew up in KCK because he grew up with my mom's side of the family. With my grandmother, my mom's grandmother. I mean, my mom's mother and grandmother, technically. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up with my dad's mom, my grandma. You know what I'm saying? That was from Mississippi, lived in Kansas. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I talk about when you're talking about defying odds and why I fight so much, because I believe we can do anything. I believe we're not saying we're better than anybody or we have supremacy over anybody, but everything that they have thrown at us, we have proven time and time again that we can overcome those odds. You know what I mean? So as long as we stay diligent, we stay focused, there's nothing we can't do. It's nothing. You know what I mean? So shout out to you. You know what I'm saying, Brother Juma? You know what I'm saying? From Pomona. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. That's what's up. Milestone's a movie. I would love that, but I think they got more stuff going on with Milestone legally that they have to get, get off of. He said, man, you caught me off guard on Saturday. I said I was gonna do this for a minute, so I'm like, no, it's I'm gonna start calling this when I do a live, the Butter Biscuit Live Q&A. You know what I mean? So Feige and friends are feeling themselves too much post endgame. And I believe the executives, you know what I'm saying? The executives and stuff like that are the ones, again, Feige holds the blame, but man, Disney executives and the stockholders and stuff like, they get a lot of it. Don't just put it all on Feige. That's one thing I do fight with Blue about. Don't put it just all on Feige. Them executives know they the ones who put out that mandate, and Feige's the employee. He ain't got no clout over them investors and all of that stuff. So, all right, cool. Appreciate that. So, Matt heard about that. Yeah, still, I'm bummed on what the Kang, what he could have been. It's crazy. Project X, what's up? Good morning. You reading the new Mr. Terrific? I haven't even, the nearest comic shop. One of them is, well, both of them are in areas where there's less melanated people. So I don't go to those places that often, but I need to just order it. But I want to read it. I think Chill got it, but I want to read it because, like I said, they moved the shop that I used to go to wasn't far from my house. It's gone. They moved to Arkansas, so now I got to find another place. You know what I'm saying, to go buy some comic books, but I do want to read that. Really digging the theory of yours that Marvel is purposely sabotaging their black characters. Feige effed up with the Marvels and Brave New World. Both. I'm. Look what they did with the Marvels, and if I was Nina DaCosta, I would never work for them again. Never. It is crazy because it got legs. Once it went to streaming, but with the way they treated Nina DaCosta, I didn't. And have black characters. All right. I get it, but I don't want it to be about just about the music. There's more to it. You know what I'm saying? Than just the music. The music is a big factor in that, but it was more about, it's the effects of integration. And you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that you can't integrate. I'm not saying that, we just can't invite everybody to the cookout. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, make sure you hit that like button. I'm from the west side. Oh yeah, there's my brother. Yep. So yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have that conversation in the Yeah, the pivot for Kane is still. I still feel bad for Jonathan for that because you know what I mean. Because again, because I know the whole entire story from start to finish. You know what I'm saying? Had conversation with this man. I still feel bad for him. Thank you, Puma Lee. Thank you. Oh, we got the buttery. Let me shut up. There's some biscuits I wouldn't mind. You know, Aaron Pierre just making me mad. I wish I was Aaron Pierre. Now I butter some biscuits now. Seen that vid of the kids embracing the actor playing Superman in his costume, but Kel help a thing. The kids, but man, but just think about when Chadwick was going to them hospitals, talking to those kids that had cancer while he was battling cancer himself. I truly understand how great of a human being he is. But I like what David Cornswit is doing too, because I can picture Christopher Reeves doing that for a kid my age because he was my Superman. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm hearing Ironheart is a mess, and unfortunately, Marvel doesn't know how to handle his black characters. I hope. My hope is with DC. My hope is I just gotta see it. I gotta see it, but I'm hoping not. I'm hoping not. Man, don't get me started on the Marvels. Yeah. I'm just saying, blessings to you, Drake. Continue. Thank you so very much for saying it. Like I say, you guys be holding me down, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Thank you, Priscilla, for that super chat. I appreciate it. Can't wait for more. That's what I can't wait for. More Alex Cross. Yeah, what's up? Sister Pam is in the house. Hey, I told them they got 8 minutes with me left. They got 8 more minutes with me left. Indeed. I have a few people I want to invite to the cookout because I tried their cooking and it wouldn't. It's like, okay, so this is the thing about it's because, and this is just my only thought. This is my thought. Maybe it's a little obscure because I read this book and it made me think about things a lot differently. When I read Geronimo Pratt's book, Last Man Standing, and he talked about Ashada and he talked about, Huey and how they, how they got infiltrated. How the Black Panther Party got infiltrated so much by COINTELPRO. I'm just in our own people got used to evade them in COINTELPRO. I'm just leery. And I'm not saying everybody's like that or whatever, but once you know what they have done to us to stop just progress, positive Black progress, I hate to say it, but I'm so leery. I'm so leery. Not saying nobody can come to the cookout. Not saying that. I'm just leery who comes. You know what I mean? So yeah. Yeah, it's stupid. It's just stupid. It's stupid. Dre, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or X-Men arcade game? Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Even though, but man, X-Men the arcade game and The Simpsons is the longest quarter poppers in the face of the planet. You gonna spend $12 on that video on that game. So I'd rather play more. I went to it's a place called Up Downs, and the homie from Kansas City know what Up Downs is, where you can go play arcades and whatever and drink and all of that. Go to the arcade. I even called my brother after it's done. 1 quarter. I destroyed these dudes in that game because I got it right here where I could practice whenever I want to. Ran with my crew. You couldn't stop me. Could not stop me. I got Cyclops, War Machine, and Cable. Couldn't stop me. 1 quarter. Dude got up, ran through the whole entire game 1 quarter because I literally do it every day for free. So yeah. That's just it. They did not nor want the image of strong straight Black king being a positive influence on the youth, and it's sad. Not the Majin Vegeta, yes, and that's technically he's not my favorite version of Vegeta because super superseded that. For the simple fact is that, like I said, he wanted to give up everything in the tournament power because of, he clicked into another realm because of who he loves. And that's a far cry, I'm sorry, from when we got introduced to Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, we need Static and Icon, not Clayface. I agree with you. The Law of Adventure was epic. I enjoyed my time. I'm gonna be honest with you. I enjoyed every minute of that. I did. I enjoyed every minute of that. But the backlash afterwards is because it was so much stuff that y'all don't know, that it was so much stuff, you know what I mean, that went on after that. Even during that, like, just me defending people and the attacks that I was receiving just in my chat, attacks from my own people. Yeah, I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just hold my thoughts. People, the whole Megan stuff right now. People on Twitter, I got off of Twitter. Because just the attacks from the free Tory people to the people that's that's with Meg, the back and forth. Oh my God, I'm glad I stayed out of this one. You know what I mean? So yeah. He said, D-Cell, let me answer that. Both first character too. We used to go back in the day. Oh, Dre hates my Akuma and Spider-Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's nasty. When you doing that gaming stream with the kiddos, we talked about that. I don't know if we're going to do it on Sundays. But it's probably going to be every other. Well, Sundays I ain't got to work. Me and Davion to get on. You know what I'm saying? And and do our thing. So I'll let you know, because my son works at McDowell's. Just look at it with his McDowell's hat on. I know you do. Do you even know what McDowell's is? Oh snap, that's funny. Black people will improve the culture and everything, and they profit from us. I agree. Dr. Carpy, what's up? I've been watching, just had to say shout out. And you already know this is the Sabbath too. So you said, personally, I'm over in Kumbaya. We're told to come out from among them so we wouldn't be partakers in their wickedness. I'm over Kumbaya. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. My bad. I'm tripping. I'm sleepy. It is almost time for me to get off of here. But yeah, Dr. Carpy, shout out to you. Shout out. They got the old arcade in Lee Summit. I know they do, but sometimes, I can go to Lee Summit. I don't be tripping because, they don't be tripping off my car in Lee Summit. X is super out of control right now. I'm gonna leave. I think I'm gonna just leave. I'm really want to leave. I've been on Twitter since 2009. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about just leaving a lot of this to just being on Instagram and I really got Facebook for family. So, my personal Facebook page. But yeah. All right, now, Puma Lee, see you later. Have a good day at work too. The Big Mick. And Roberta, it's your birthday. You don't got to be giving me no channel support. I appreciate you. Like I said, Roberta, man, y'all, and again, I'm not, the brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, that be supporting me. The sisters be supporting the brother. I really, man.
You are truly amazing. Thank you for your super chat.
Again, I appreciate you. All right, are we able to play Dragon Ball FighterZ online with the stream? If I do it on Switch, but I don't like playing Dragon Ball FighterZ on Switch, it is trash. It's trash. But if I do, the only thing is, because StreamYard will go into 4K if I pay $90. I'm not paying $90 for StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? So we could play the PS5 on here. I've already tested it. It works. So we'll see when the time comes though. We'll see. But we want to play other games, because what I want to do is play other games, you know what I mean? Like Mario and different stuff like that. You know what I mean? So we can have fun competitions and stuff like that. We could also Mario Kart, whatever, so we could just talk crazy and have some fun competition. So there's gonna be some different stuff. So yeah, exactly. Thank you, Presetta. Thank you. Oh, your Uncle Rico said he needed to see you about something on the game. He gave you the same look I give you. All right. Yeah, exactly. I just so hate that they did that second movie. Oh God, that was trash. Yeah, XBXing, but yeah, it's my time. My time is up.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Make sure that y'all give love to Roberta in the chat. It's her birthday weekend. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Aisha, I know you be on the games. I need to find out which games you on. So we can get on. What's up? You know what I'm saying? What is up? You come get this work too. He said he plays Call of Duty on YouTube. I suck at Call of Duty. I am literally Leroy Jenkins. If you understand who Leroy Jenkins is, I'm Leroy Jenkins when it comes to Call of Duty. My son would never play Call of Duty with me ever again. Ever. I suck that bad. So yeah. But yeah, Aisha, you need to come see me. You know what I'm saying? Come see me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you be on the game. So I need that work. I need to get that work in. So all right, let me get up out of here. I'm joking with Aisha. No, I'm not. All right. Thank you guys for this. The butter. It's not, I thought y'all was gonna ask me about some Butter Biscuit Brothers, but y'all didn't. So it's cool. We're gonna do it again. Not next week, but maybe the week after next. You know what I'm saying? We'll do another Saturday stream. Just Q&A, just to kick it with y'all. But again, thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Mac Show, the Butter Biscuit Live Q&A. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Enjoy y'all Saturday. Enjoy your birthday, Roberta. Where is the outro at? Look, you already know. I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.